If you enjoy the content on this channel, please like and subscribe. The Beanie Bubble is a 2023 American comedy drama film directed by Kristin, Gore and Damian Kulash Jr. from the screenplay by Gore, based on the 2015 book The Great Beanie Baby Bubble, Mass Delusion and the Dark Side of Cute by Zac Bissonnette, about the Beanie Babies bubble. The film stars Zach Galifianakis, Elizabeth Banks, Sarah Snook and Geraldine Viswanathan. The Beanie Bubble was released on select cinemas on July 21, 2023, before its streaming release on July 28, 2023 by Apple TV+. The film depicts the meteoric rise in the popularity of Beanie Babies and tells the story behind the toy obsession that took off in the 1990s. It follows the toy manufacturer turned billionaire Ty Warner and centers around the women who were integral to his success. Robbie, Sheila and Maya helped turn Beanie Babies into the coveted products they became. The women are based on three real women: Patricia Roach, Faith McGowan and Lenny Trevidi, each of whom played an integral part in the rise of popularity of Beanie Babies. Just a little about the real Ty Warner. Ty Warner was born on September 3, 1944, and he is an American billionaire toy manufacturer, businessman, and convicted felon. He is the CEO, sole owner, and co-founder of Ty Incorporated, which manufactures and distributes stuffed toys, including Beanie Babies and other lines. He is also the owner of the Four Seasons Hotel in New York, which he bought with the profits earned by selling Beanie Babies during a fad in the late 1990s. In 2020, he was number 359 on the Forbes 400 list of richest people in America, with a net worth of $2.3 billion. In 2014, Warner was sentenced to 2 years of probation plus community service for tax evasion. Two of Warner's longtime girlfriends, Patricia Roach and Faith McGowan, were closely involved in the operations of Ty Incorporated during the development and success of Beanie Babies. However, he never married and has no children. Warner maintains a low public profile, rarely granting media interviews or releasing personal or company information. The Beanie Babies were a line of stuffed toys created by American businessman H. Ty Warner, who co-founded Ty Inc. in 1986. The toys are stuffed with plastic pellets, or beans, rather than conventional soft stuffing, and they came in many different forms, mostly animals. Created in 1993, Beanie Babies emerged as a major fad and collectible during the second half of the 1990s. They've been cited as being the world's first internet sensation in 1995. They were collected not only as toys, but also as financial investment, owing to high resale value of particular ones. The film is directed by Kristin Gore, the second daughter of former US Vice President Al Gore, and her husband, Damian Kulash, who's an American musician best known for being the lead singer and guitarist of the American rock band OK Go. This film also features a new original track from the band OK Go, titled This. Now, I came across the story of Ty Warner and the Beanie Baby Bubble on a show called Dark Side of the 90s. I found it to be a fascinating story. This major craze where people would literally trade and sell to the highest bidder their collectible Beanie Babies. To say the Beanie Babies were a fad would be an understatement, but at the time it made company founder and inventor Ty Warner a multi-billionaire. Now, this film is more about the woman in Ty Warner's life, the woman behind the man, as it were, in this case. The Beanie Bubble's cast make the movie very easy to watch. Zach Galifianakis is always absolutely hilarious, and he plays Ty Warner as completely over the top and eccentric. Elizabeth Banks does what she does well, and plays Robbie, Ty Warner's first love interest, who helps him set up the company. Sarah Snook is sort of miscast here as Sheila, Ty's later love interest, whose daughters also help provide Ty with inspiration, but it's hard for Snook now to drop her Succession persona, as she's so well known in that role. The one character I found somewhat annoying was Maya, played here by Geraldine Viswanathan. She is somewhat contrite and walks around with a smirk continuously on her face, and I don't feel Geraldine really brings the gravitas in which the real Lenny Trevidi, with whom the character is based on, would have been adding to the business. Look, the mere fact that the film decides to change all the names of the women kind of shows you that this is more of an interpretation rather than a real-life biopic. In many ways, this is a sort of shallow treatment of this real-life story that I think, with better directors at the helm, probably would have been really fascinating. As it is, I mean, think about it. This man creates a line of soft toys, and they take off and make him a billionaire. It truly is a fascinating story. And then just as quick as the rise to success, it literally collapses overnight, costing people a fortune. But Ty Warner remained one step ahead, diversifying his funds, for example, buying the Four Seasons Hotel in New York. For me, this film is almost made as a comedy. It's tongue-in-cheek. And yes, in many ways, the story is one of complete and utter fascination. and therefore the whole idea of a Beanie Baby craze could be in itself sort of comedic. But actually this is a true life story that was really serious for some people, and some people, like I said, lost a lot of money. 2023 really produced a lot of corporate biopics, including Air and of course Tetris. And this film unfortunately deploys every sort of cliche you could imagine. Look, it's not a bad film and it definitely keeps your interest, but it could have just been a lot better. And for me it offers a sort of lethargic look at this most engrossing of stories. The biggest standout has to be Zach Galifianakis here as Ty Warner. Albeit I don't think he's probably anything like the real Time Warner, Galifianakis is just so hilarious and has so much charisma that he really just adds to every scene he's in. This is a biopic that really could have been so much more, but it's almost like the husband and wife team here of Gore and Kulash decided to portray a corporate greed in a comedic sense, and frankly they could have just written their own story and left this true life story to somebody a bit more qualified. Fun, light-hearted, although it really doesn't capture the depth and interesting aspects of this true life story, The Beanie Bubble gets a 6.5 out of 10.